Hello, today I'm going to be reviewing the Dyson Upright Vacuum Cleaner. This is a Ball Animal 2, so you can see it's the Animal 2 origin. This comes in different colors. I have the blue. I've had this vacuum model for 13 years. I'll talk more about that. I'll go over the pros and cons and also the secret tips that I've learned with this vacuum over the years. So I initially got this in 2010. It was the only vacuum cleaner I owned at the time, and this thing, the original one lasted for 9 years. I had it until 2019. And then finally, it had an issue where it wasn't turning on. It was out of warranty for like 5 years, I think. I don't remember if this has a 4 or 5 year warranty, but it was well out of warranty by then. It stopped working. So I ultimately had to get a new one. And because it had done so well, I decided that I would get the same model. And I will just say during that time, my mother has bought a new vacuum every single year, and this model lasted 9 years. So definitely a good buy for me. This is bagless. You could see I have a dog, I have a kid, I have a wife, and the yard stuff. So lots of dirt gets in here, lots of crumbs, lots of hair. And I use this to vacuum the entire house every week. So every Saturday, I will use this to vacuum the entire house. I have a Roomba that I use every other day or so, every 2-3 days to do like a spot cleaning, but I don't trust it to clean the entire house thoroughly enough. So I use this every week to make sure that it fills in the gaps. So really easy to use, obviously plugs in just like any other vacuum. The cord is super long, so this house is pretty large. It's kind of messy because I just put things away so I could vacuum. This will not pick up dog food sized things. So if there's a piece of dog food laying on the ground, it won't pick it up. So that is the con of this, is if there are large rocks or maybe big pieces of paper or dog food, for example, you'll need to pick those up by hand, but you'll see them as you're vacuuming. It won't get trapped in here. It'll just like push it along. So we'll be pushing the vacuum and it'll just be shoving it, right? So this is kind of a loud vacuum. It is a full size, so actually, as you saw, it's pretty easy to just click up and down. Now, one thing that kind of bothers me about this vacuum though, is after I pull it down like that, if I put it up, see, sometimes it will click and I think that it's up, but it's not. So I found over the years, you have to click it and then kind of lift it. And that way I'm always sure that it's locked in. So that's probably the second con of this vacuum, and also a secret tip, right? Just so you get used to that, because otherwise you're gonna hear that click, you're gonna walk away and it's gonna fall and crash down, which I've had happen to me a ton of times. So just click it, pick it up, or maybe it's because I'm not clicking it fully. It comes with an edge tool, as you could tell. If you lift this up right here, you have your hose, and this is pretty long as well. It stretches more, but I'm pulling the vacuum at this point, so you can't really see it. This does really well on carpet. It does well on hardwood floor. There's an option here. You just press that and it'll raise and lower for carpet, but also this little piece here will spin and it picks up a lot of the stuff. So this you do have to clean out regularly. This is probably the biggest pain point of this vacuum is my wife's long hair will get caught in here and it will wrap around and then it will attract other pieces of dirt or dog hair or whatever. And so I have to go in with like some pliers and just pull it out. And I typically do that maybe twice a year, every 6 months. Now, in terms of actually taking this out, you just press this button, pops right out. It's really easy. It's kind of gross, sorry. But to open this, you just press this button again, and it'll pop the bottom out, and then everything will fall out. I'm not going to do it here because I'm not over a trash can. To get it in, you just kind of line this little thing up with the side, and then click it. So it's easier to do with two hands, but you just kind of click it in like that. Yeah, that's pretty much most of it. It is a little bit loud, so I'll turn it on really quickly. You can hear how loud it is. So you could see when I turned this on, that front part was spinning, and then I pressed this button and it stops spinning. So I'll just show some of the different carpet that we use this with. So obviously we use it on the hardwood, works fine. I have this thicker carpet here. I do not let the Roomba go on here. So this only gets cleaned once a week when I vacuum. And because the Roomba will tear this up, and it has. So if I come over here on this rug, it kind of tore that up a little bit. So there's different spots. So I blocked the Roomba from this. Actually, here's a really good example. This is from the Roomba. So I don't trust the Roomba on this. And it works well on this sort of carpet that leads to the outside and blocks the dog door, so when the dog comes in, it doesn't get all dirty. And then finally, I have this little carpet here. There's like a section of 3 carpets on top of each other. This is for the table. It's kind of dirty. I need to clean that. But then there's 3 sections here. I could just take the Dyson over that and it will work fine. And then finally, I have all the chairs over here so I can vacuum that area. This is our normal carpet upstairs. So the upstairs only gets vacuumed once a week because we don't do food or anything, so it stays cleaner. This is a pretty soft carpet. It's not the softest, but it is soft. Works great on this. And then coming back here, so the way this will work is I will vacuum that half of the house, which is the bathroom, so it goes around the corner. I'll get this whole half, get this half. It won't quite reach all the way to the end, so I'll have to unplug and plug in over here. So there is, the cord is long enough to do a good-sized house. This house is 3,000 square feet, so the main floor here is about 1,000, maybe 1,100 feet. So it can't quite do the whole thing, but this is big enough to do a good portion of the house, right? I only have to move it twice. Upstairs, I could do, I have to move it twice too. I could do half the upstairs, and then I move the plug, and then I have to move it again for the second. One secret tip that I have is this, when you're vacuuming along an edge, you kind of got it there, it's not always going to get the stuff. So what I'll sometimes do is kind of slide it sideways like that, and it'll get it. Otherwise, I'll just take like a really small broom that we have right over here behind the fridge. I'll just take something like this, and I'll just sweep those little corners right there because it's not going to get that, right? So some of the stuff on the edge, because the way they built the house, there is a little bit of a lip there, and things will get stuck in there. So, like, I won't want that in there. It'll get that piece of paper just fine. I've already gone through and picked up some of the dirt and stuff. Here's the Roomba that will run every week, every couple of days, but it won't do everything. So I have to vacuum once a week to make sure that this area is clean and the upstairs is clean. I trust this as my main vacuum. If I only had one vacuum, this would be it, because it's just so reliable. Like I said, I use this every single week, at least, right? Because if I'm doing spot cleaning, I'll use this too, back when I had only one. But this would last for 52 vacuums, and then for 9 years. So not sure what that is. It's like 450 vacuumings, which is quite a bit. Anyways, the other thing too, it's really easy to clean. Once you take this out, if you pop this out, you're supposed to clean the filter every 3 months. I can admit that I don't do that, and I maybe do it twice a year if I'm diligent. And again, it has held up really well. This comes off here too. You just twist this off. You just twist it all the way until it's done. And then there's a filter behind there. You can kind of see it. All you do is you put that in the tub, run it under the water until it runs clear. So the dirt will come out. It'll run clear, and then just leave it sitting in the tub or in the garage or something overnight, maybe a bit longer, until it's dry, and then you can use it again. So I need a vacuum real quick, and I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so as I was vacuuming, I remembered another secret tip. So I have a small rug here at the garage door, and the vacuum has this weird thing where on a big rug like this that stretches for forever and is heavy, you could just turn it on the spinning option. It will spin and it will pull you along. So the vacuum will actually pull for you. You don't have to like push it. However, on this small rug, when you're pulling it back, so let's say I have it on and it's pulling me this way, if I stop right here to pull it back, it can actually catch the rug and suck it in, especially if you're going like this and go to a corner. And so what'll happen, it'll suck the rug in, and that's not good. It causes it to stop spinning. so it detects that it's caught. It'll stop spinning. That's fine. You just easily pull it out, but then you have to press this button to turn off the spinning option, and then you have to press it again to turn it onto spinning mode. So that's just something, it's like a weird quirk of it. So, and also you want to like step on the rug to hold it down. So I'll kind of show this. I could probably get it to happen. Okay, so you see that it grabbed the corner, it stopped spinning. I had to step on it, pull it out, and then I had to press this to turn it off, and then press that to turn it on again. So that's just another thing to be mindful of. I don't know if there's a way to really avoid that, but it only happens on these small rugs. So just keep that in mind. Anyways, I hope that was useful. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.